Once again, Deshaun Watson's name is popping up in Miami Dolphins conversations. It's like every time things seem to settle, there he is, floating around in rumors and discussions. Miami fans know this feeling all too well. Watson has been linked to the Dolphins before, and here we are again, wondering if this time it's going to be different. Now, don't get me wrong, Deshaun Watson is talented. That's not the issue here. He's been one of the NFL's most talked about quarterbacks, for better or worse. His skills on the field are undeniable. He had a crazy college career at Clemson, and it's not just talk. He brought home a national championship in 2016, beating Alabama in a game that no one will forget anytime soon. He showed he could handle pressure and perform when everything was on the line. He became a star before he even set foot in the NFL. When he got drafted by the Houston Texans in 2017, he came out swinging. Watson showed everyone why he was the 12th overall pick. His arm, his mobility, his ability to extend plays, he had it all. In 2020, he led the league in passing yards with almost 5,000. People were talking about him as one of the best young quarterbacks in the league, and for good reason. He was a Pro Bowler 3 times in 4 seasons, and it seemed like Houston had found their guy for the next decade. It all felt too good to be true. Then, everything changed. In 2021, Watson was hit with serious legal issues. Over 20 women came forward accusing him of misconduct. It shook the NFL, it shook the fans, and it changed the way people looked at him. The NFL eventually suspended him for 11 games, and Watson didn't play a single snap that season. Suddenly, this rising star was sidelined by off-the-field controversies that wouldn't go away. Despite all of this, the Cleveland Browns shocked everyone in 2022 by trading for Watson and giving him a jaw-dropping, fully guaranteed $230 million contract. It was a move that raised eyebrows across the league. How do you invest that kind of money in someone with so many unresolved issues? The Browns took the risk, and after serving his suspension, Watson finally stepped onto the field for Cleveland towards the end of the 2022 season. But let's be honest, it wasn't the same Watson we'd seen in Houston. He looked rusty, off balance, and far from the quarterback who had once led the league in passing yards. Was it just the time off, or is this who Watson is now? And this brings us back to Miami. The Dolphins have danced around the idea of Watson before, and there's no denying the appeal of having a quarterback with his potential. Watson's skill set is exactly what teams dream of. He can throw the deep ball, he can scramble, he can make something out of nothing. The idea of pairing him with Miami's explosive offense, led by Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle, is enough to make any fan stop and think, what if? But here's the thing, it's not just about what happens on the field. The off-field baggage is a real concern, and Dolphins fans are divided. Some feel like Watson's past is too much to overlook, while others are willing to give him a second chance if it means putting the team in a position to win. The NFL is a business, and winning cures a lot of problems. But would bringing in Watson be worth the gamble? The controversies haven't disappeared. They're still there, hanging over his head, and any team that takes him on is going to have to deal with that. Then there's the Tua Tagovailoa situation. Tua has been Miami's guy, and he's shown flashes of being a great quarterback. But injuries have been a concern, and inconsistency has crept in. Some fans are still waiting to see if he can be the long-term answer for the Dolphins. Others are losing patience, wondering if it's time to make a change. And that's where Watson comes in. He could be that change. But is he really the solution? It's a tricky situation. On one hand, Watson has the talent to transform Miami into a Super Bowl contender. On the other, you're taking a huge risk on a player who hasn't played at an elite level in a while and brings a ton of off-field drama. The Dolphins are in a good spot right now. They have a solid roster, a smart head coach in Mike McDaniel, and they've shown they can compete with the best. Do they really want to roll the dice on someone like Watson? This isn't a simple yes or no question. Miami's front office has some tough decisions to make, and the fan base is going to have opinions on both sides. Watson could be the missing piece, or he could be the start of a whole new set of problems. Right now, it feels like anything could happen, and all we can do is wait and see which direction the Dolphins decide to go.